as the Colts and Chiefs prepare to play a game at 11 a.m. on CBS this coming weekend at Arrowhead.
That sounds fun.
Who are you a bigger fan of? Are you rooting for the Colts or are you rooting for the Chiefs? Because it's going to behoove you either way.
I'm going to root for the freaking Indianapolis Colts.
Okay, so if the Colts beat the Chiefs, they are still very much on the outside looking in. They're not dead in terms of their playoff lives, but they are
Can I tell you why?
Life support.
Can I tell you why?
Okay.
The Colts aren't going to win out. They're not. There's no world that exists that Colts win out, and I do think the Denver Broncos actually can win out. Whether they do or not, probably. I mean, to be a 15-2 club is pretty wild.
They're not going to win out.
Okay, we'll see. I would give the Broncos a better chance to win out than I would the Colts. However, I also think that's dang near impossible when you have a very evenly matched football team to beat a team twice in the same year. That you basically were saved by what was it called again? Leverage
penalty on a
60-yard field goal, and otherwise you lose the football contest. That was to win it, right? It wasn't. They weren't tied. The Broncos were up by one.
No, Broncos win the game if that holds.
Yes, correct. And I want the which I am so ready for the Kansas City Chiefs to just be done for this year. So ready. You know who else is ready for the Kansas City Chiefs to be so done this year? Jahdae Barron. Did you see what he did on Instagram? Can I show y'all? He's got a picture on Official Day Instagram account with him locking up Travis Kelce. The ball is loose on the ground, so clearly it's a PBU. And at the bottom, it says, "Tell Swift, put me on a song right now."
Travis Kelce had 9 catches for 91 yards in that game.
Whoa.
He was like the lone bright spot for the Kansas City offense. Let's be very honest about that.
Jahdae Barron,
Let's
man.
be very honest.
Hey, talk that talk. I'm with you.
I understand why you would root for the Colts. The Chiefs are not dead in the crib if they lose that game. You think they're going to lose to Dallas. The Cowboys are a terrible defensive unit. I understand they put up a bunch of points. I would still have Kansas City winning that game. Houston is not who we thought they were. The Chargers are very hurt. The Titans suck. You have a short week against the Broncos at home. And how hard is it going to be to beat the Chiefs twice in one season?
Chiefs are going to lose 3 more games, bud.
I'm telling you, they're not dead in the crib. So they could lose against the Colts and still find a way into the postseason.
Can we stay away from that line? I don't love that one right now.
It's just
no, just don't do that.
Just a turn of phrase.
I know.
People have babies every day. I think as much as it hurts, you should be rooting for the Chiefs this weekend. That tiebreaker with the Colts could come back and hurt you big time.
Don't tell me how to fan.
I'm not telling you how to fan. I'm telling you how to be logical. Getting through the AFC, what do we talk about for almost a full hour?
That's illogical.
For almost a full hour yesterday, what did we talk about? It's that nobody wants to come to Denver. As of right now, it is more important for Denver to have home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs than it is to have the Kansas City Chiefs sneak in as a final seed. Because you still have a couple of other bullets around the league if you're the 1 seed, certainly having that bye that someone can take the Chiefs out of the playoffs before you would have to face them. You have to finish a full game ahead of Indy because you lost that game at the beginning of the season. You should be a Chiefs fan this week.
Let me ask you this question, Raj. You're telling me I'm illogical. Here's how you are illogical, Alexander. Would you rather? We've played some would you rathers in our lifetime, have we not? Would you rather in a postseason game face Patrick Mahomes or Daniel Jones? Period, point blank. Tell me that.
Depends where I am. Am I at home?
I don't care.
You should care.
Daniel Jones has had documented really good regular seasons, and he always turns into a pumpkin, and we'll do it again.
Also,
watch it.
Again, I'm looking at this saying you have a chance for another team to take out Kansas City, and Kansas City at that point would have to travel to their opponent in the first round of the playoffs. It's not like you're guaranteed to play Kansas City at home if you're the 1 seed, and they find a way to get in. That's why I'm telling you, man, you have a better chance to go through the AFC if you get that 1 seed. And I understand that it's not just the Colts. You have to worry about New England right now. It is. I think it behooves Broncos fans to be Chiefs fans this weekend. Knock down Indy a peg, and then you only have to worry about New England moving forward. Nobody wants to go to Denver. Chiefs fans don't want to go to Denver. Patriots fans don't want to go to Denver. Indy doesn't want to play outside of Lucas Oil. They don't want to play outside in January at Mile High. They don't want to do that. It matters. You were telling me. You were talking to Jordan Love, right?
Yeah,
the whole Packers unit doesn't want to be here.
But what if I also believe that Daniel Jones is nearing midnight, as one of our texters here said? It's almost midnight for the Colts. I agree. We've already seen glimpses of 11th hour with Daniel Jones in the Indianapolis Colts. They're going to lose some football games down the stretch here. I believe that. They are.
Colts remaining schedule: at the Chiefs, home against the Texans, at the Jags, at the Seahawks. 3 of those 4 games are very losable on the road.
Yeah, very much so.
Home against the 49ers, losable home game. Home against the Jags, losable home game. And then their final game of the season at Houston.
That's the Colts.
Indy is going to
falter. They're going to lose 3 more games. That's what I say. What are they not? They're exact same record, 9-2.
No, they're 8-2. They played 1 fewer games.
Okay.
Their bye week. When was their bye week? 2 weeks ago?
No, they just had it.
Was it this past week,
week
11?
Yeah, because their last football game, remember they squeaked by the Falcons in Berlin or Madrid, maybe? I think it was Berlin. Madrid was this past
Madrid
weekend.
was the terrible game this past weekend.
The game in Berlin was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
All right, so you're convinced that Indy isn't going to be a threat for the 1 seed at all.
They're the best record they have, I say, is 12-5.
What gets the 1 seed? Does 13-4 get the 1 seed this year? Or do you have to go 14-3?
Colts, Patriots remaining schedule soft, is it not?
Patriots remaining schedule is as follows. They travel to the Bengals this weekend. They have
Is it Burrow back?
Burrow's back and practicing.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, dude, if you're Cincinnati, why would you ever bring Joe Burrow back?
Because they want to help the Denver Broncos get home field advantage. That's why.
All right.
Duh.
So yes! New England travels to Cincinnati. They have home games against the Giants and the Bills.
Okay.
But they have, I believe they have a bye somewhere in there. They have like the late bye. They have the week 14 bye. So they have a bye week in between the Giants and the Bills. They finish off home against Buffalo, at Baltimore, at the Jets, home against Miami.
They're gonna lose at least 2 in there.
I think they're gonna lose 1.
Really?
I think they lose 1 game.
I think they lose to the Bills.
And then do you lose does Baltimore have it figured out by Sunday, December 21?
Baltimore's trending right now.
All right, so you lose back-to-back games, and that drops them to a 13-4 team.
And then the Broncos, I think, would win that.
As of right now, Denver has the head-to-head matchup because they have a better record in the AFC than New England does. And those would be, we're counting 2 AFC losses right there between Buffalo and Baltimore, and Denver's remaining schedule.
Let's play this game for a second.
Yes.
Read it to me.
Denver's remaining schedule is at Washington.
I'd say, I love that. I love that matchup.
At Vegas.
Love that matchup.
Home against the Pack.
I stand by it, man. I just don't love Green Bay in that spot.
Home against the Jags.
I think that's going to be a good football game. But I think you beat them at home.
At Kansas City Christmas Day.
If there's a game that you might drop, it may be that one.
Home against the Chargers. Don't know when that game is.
I think you're going to win.
Be.
I think you're going to win.
You have them going 15-2?
No,
sorry,
14-3.
14-3. And your one loss is
at Kansas City.
You would then, all right, so if both of those scenarios play out, Denver has the 1 seed.
Yep. So you know what? Go Colts.
Go Colts.
Beat the Chiefs.
All right, if your scenario that we
Eliminate
just played out
witch.
right there, if your scenario plays out, it is at that point, go Colts. Go Colts. It's tough to say.
It is not. It's probably they probably say something else there, don't they? Other than go Colts.
This is our Colts. This is our team. That's what they say.
But
we love them.
Their hashtag on Twitter is for the shoe.
For the shoe. That's
For the
it.
shoe. There you
That's it, man. That's it. You can convince me. If you're that set in that Indy's going to lose 3 more games, Denver's only going to lose 1, you can convince me, man. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm not bringing Joe Burrow back. There's no reason. The only reason Joe Burrow comes back is to screw your draft position. Isn't that the only thing that can help Cincinnati right now is to draft high, get cheap player for long term, and then Joe Burrow comes back and is completely healthy? They have nothing to play for right now. What if you bring him back for the final, 6 games of the regular season? You're not getting in. You're 3-7. You're not getting in.
They're done.
I suppose you're only 3 games back in the division, but there's not enough time to make up all that ground.
Not the way that the Baltimore Ravens are playing ball right now.
Dude, don't bring him back. There's no reason to bring that guy back. Pick in the top 5, bolster your defense, or get a better offensive line.
We got two different trains of thought on the Shot Mazda text line about this discussion. Root for the Colts to eliminate the Chiefs.
Essentially.
And Tristan here is saying this. You should be looking up the standings, not behind you if you're the Broncos.
Looking up the standings, there's no one in front of you.
Yeah.
You're the highest
look
you
at
can
the
be.
look at the top. Look at the top. Your peers. Your peers are the Colts and the Patriots.
They're behind you in the standings, so you just told me not to look, behind me.
But here's to your point, not quote cheering for the Chiefs, but against the Colts is a winner's mentality. So don't concern yourself with the bottom dweller Kansas City Chiefs. That's the loser. If you're fixated on, ooh, I'm scared of the witch, the 5-5 Chiefs, then that's a loser's mentality. And so this text from Tristan here is saying, root against the teams that are your peers, so you can just keep bettering. That's how you started the argument. You can keep bettering your chance for home field advantage.
As of right now, you are more concerned with Drake May and the Patriots, Daniel Jones and the Colts. You're more concerned with those 2 teams than the team that has been to 7 straight AFC championship games.
Okay, I'd say that I'm now arguing.
You're more concerned about that?
I'm now arguing against myself 5 minutes ago. I'm telling you that
it's a conundrum. Don't get me wrong.
Denver Broncos have the best chance for a tangible home field advantage. That's the most important thing. And that's the argument being made there. On the flip side, Patrick Mahomes can always go nuclear in the postseason. We all know that. In fact, I would argue that the Kansas City Chiefs are scarier in the postseason when they don't have a glorious regular season.